Hello students, we start the chapter number 6 linear programming. Before we start the linear programming, first of all we see the what is a linear equation. So equation in the form of ax plus by plus c is equal to 0 is called as a linear equation where a, b, c is an element of real number. If this equation we removing the equal to sign, in the place of this sign if we place less than, greater than, equal to, less than, equal to symbol, then this equation converts in a linear equation, and the general representation is ax plus by less than or equal to c, ax plus by greater than equal to c. Now how to find out the linear inequations and how to write down the linear inequations? For that purpose we have to find out the some compounds or components. That components are we write as a objective function. If any equation is represent for the maximum profit or the minimum profit, then it represent as z maximum 20x plus 30y. This max, minimum, this word become in the equation is called as an objective function, and the variable x, y is called as a decision variable. This is useful in a company or daily life problem we can apply. But if we don't know the actual quantity of any material, then we consider as a sum x or y. That quantities is called as a decision variable. For example, if we have to buy 5 mangoes and 3 apple, then we don't know the actual price. If we take 1 apple then of 5 rupees, then what we did, 5 multiplied by 5 is equal to 25. Similarly, we have to buy something apple, we don't know how many apples we have to buy, but we have only 50 rupees. Then how can we find out the value that we need to buy this apple? For that we consider as x, we need x apple of 5 rupees is equal to 50 rupees. Then 1 apple we got, total apple are 10. Similarly, in a companies they are using x and y variable or linear programming to find out how many profit, how can we find out the profit in a material manufacturing, use of limited resources, raw material, manpower, availability of the machine, time, and the cost of the material, so on. That time we can use the linear programming problem or this mathematical technique we can use. Now the next point is a constraint. Condition under the objective function is called as a constraint. 3x plus 5y greater than equal to 50 or 2x plus 7y is less than equal to 90. That means we have condition that any material x or y can be complete at least 50 hours, minute, hour, it can be anything, but that condition is given, that is called as a constraint. Non-negative restriction, that means any material, any manpower condition or availability of the machine, cost of the material can be positive, negative, that will decide by the restriction sign. X is greater than equal to 0, y is greater than equal to 0, that means both the terms are positive. X is less than or equal to 0, y is greater than equal to 0 is called as a only negative. But most probably we use a non-negativity, that means x is greater than equal to 0 and y is greater than equal to 0, that means both the elements are positive. Now we see how to write the mathematical formation of LPP. First of all, we see the objective function. So, in the LPP formation, objective function means maximum or minimum that we write as a z c1x plus c2x is an objective function. Then we format the subject to the constraint means any equation which is less than or equal to or greater than equal to 0. And the third part, which is very important, xi is greater than equal to 0, that is called as a non-negative constraint or restriction sign. For the same LPP, we have to form in the first exercise 6.1, question is given, a manufacturing firm produce two type of gadget A and gadget B, which are the first produced in the foundry and then sent to the machine shop for finishing. The number of man hours, it is very important, of labor required in each shop for producing a machine A and B, and the number of man hours available for the firm are as follow. Now they are given the gadget A and gadget B, and the second, for the gadget making, first the foundry formation and then it goes to the machine shop. Gadget A need 10 hours for foundry. Gadget A take 5 hours for the machine shop. Gadget B use 6 hours for foundry and gadget B use 4 hours for the machine shop. But the time available is for foundry 60 hours and the machine shop for the 35 hours. Profit on the sale of A is rupees 30 and B is rupees 20 per unit. Formulate the LPP to have a maximize profit. So it is very important. 3 terms: profit, sale on rupees 30 and rupees 20 per unit, any material, and maximum profit. So first of all, we have to find out the 3 terms. First one is the objective function, second one is a constraint, and third one is restrictions. So here objective function is given as a maximum profit. So we got the objective function. 30 and 20 is a profit variables. But most important, we have to first decide the decision variable. Decision variable we consider for the gadget A and gadget B. So in the solution, we start, let x be the number of unit of product A and y be the number of unit of product B are produced. Now we find the objective function, that means the maximum or minimize function. In question, they are given the profit on the sale A is rupees 30 and a rupees, that means if we have to find out the x number of product of unit A, then we get the 30x, and y, we use the y number of a profit for the product B. If the per unit we get the profit as a 20 rupees, the number of y elements we got the 20 into y, 20y. So we write as a profit function z 30x plus 20y. After that we have a table gadget x and gadget B as a y. In that, foundry part for x, for the foundry of first material first gadget 10 into x, and Foundry for the second B as 6 into Y, and the available hours for the foundry is 60. So maximum time we have 60. So we write for foundry 10x plus 6y less than or equal to 60, and for machine shops we write as a 5x plus 4y less than or equal to 35. So given LPP is most important to write. Given LPP can be formulated as follows. First, maximize Z is equal to 30x plus 20y. Now we have to write down the constraint. Constraint is written for the object or subject to, that both the constraint we have to write down, that is nothing but the conditions, which is very important to write down the condition. And the last part is a restriction. So what is a restriction we have to write down? Where x and y are unit of product A and B. Therefore, x is greater than equal to 0 and y is greater than equal to 0. So, last line we write as a restriction constraint, which is important. X is greater than equal to 0 and y is greater than equal to 0. So, we complete the first question. Question number 2. In a cattle breeding farm, it is prescribed that the food ration for one animal must contain 40, 22, 1 unit of a nutrient A, B, C respectively. Two different kind of a fooder are available. Each unit weight of these two contain the following amount of this three nutrient. Now fooder is given, fooder 1 and fooder 2, and we have a nutrients, nutrient A, B, C respectively. Now in this question they are given the availability is 14, 22 and 1. So we write here availability as 14, 22, 1. Now this is the minimum availability. Okay. And we see the next information. The cost of the fooder 1 is rupees 3 per unit and that of the fooder 2 is rupees 2 per unit. Formulate the LPP to minimize the cost. Now, this question is given for the minimize. In this question, we have to see containing part must contain, otherwise at least. This word come that time we use this symbol, greater than condition, means minimum we have 40, 22, 1 unit of nutrient. Maximum it can be anything. Okay. So with the help of this information we have to write down the solution. First we see the table. Fooder 1, fooder 2, availability. Okay. Now this is a minimum availability. It is more important to understand the concept because we have a two type of sum. First one we solve as a maximum type and second one we are solving now for the minimum. In this condition we have to use the two different kind of fooder. So decision variable, let x be the number of unit of fooder 1 and y be the number of unit of fooder 2 is required. Okay, so we decide in an exam you have to write down this table, and here you have to write down fooder 1 as a x and fooder 2 as a y. That means nutrient A contains fooder 1 of 2x and 1y, and the minimum availability is 14. Second, nutrient B contains 2x for the fooder 1 and 3y for the fooder 2, minimum 22. Nutrient C contains 1 unit of a fooder x, 1y of fooder 2, and minimum availability is 1. Whenever you have to write down first decision making, then objective function we have to write down. Here objective function is given in a minimum cost. So we write total cost is equal to 3 unit for the fooder 1. So we consider as a x for the fooder 1. So 1 per unit 3. So number of x unit as a 3x, plus 2 unit for the fooder 2. So number of y, it become 2y. Now we have to write down the condition. The condition given. All these conditions are given that we have to write down over here. But whenever word come at least, otherwise it must contain, that time you have to use greater than or equal to sign. So here also it give minimum availability, must contain. That's why we use this one sign. First 2x 1y and availability is 14. Similarly we write 2x plus 3y greater than or equal to 22 and x plus y 1. So we can write down directly minimum availability as a 1. Now here where x and y are quantity of fooder, are unit of fooder, therefore it is x is greater than or equal to 0 and y is greater than or equal to 0. So we formulate LPP. First Z, this is a minimum type of question, so objective function is Z minimum. Cost function is minimum given 3x plus 2y. Then we write subject to. We have 3 constraint. Okay, so subject to, in that we write the constraint. All this constraint we write, and the last part is non-restriction symbol. X is greater than or equal to 0 and y is greater than or equal to 0. Here we stop the second question solution, formulate the LPP.